All right, what's going on, people? Today's midday market recap. So I ended the day early again today. Be honest, a little bit frustrated in myself because I was today was a good day to trade aggressively, but due to all the choppiness that we've had this month, I was still had a little of the passive trading. I was still trading a little too passive. Um, and I ended up only taking one trade. I'm green on the day, but I only end up taking one trade, like just for a small scalp. I get into that in a minute. So, looking at the at where we are today, let me go ahead and move all of the drawings real quick so we can see this. So, by the looks of things, we see we got here. We're running into that support here at like the 67. Um, I say like 6710 to the 6700. Um, if we look like it looks like we're turning over, as of right now, and it might be heading lower, like right now through lunch. Of course, only time will tell. But this pattern here, we got a nice little kind of a bear flag forming. So I think if we break this, we could definitely be heading lower. Um, is it away? Okay, yeah. So I bring the drawings back up, and you see that resistance that I mentioned before is holding it strong. That 9 exponential moving average on the daily chart. It's holding it strong. We broke through this support here that I drew in the pre-market, and this candle looks really strong. It's really an engulfing candle. That's for right now. I'm saying this is still a live candle on a live daily candle. This could be completely different by the end of the day, but from what we're seeing right now, it looks like we could be heading lower. That's just my analysis, and but anything can happen, so we gotta be prepared for anything. So, as far as my trades today or lack thereof, uh, so this whole area here, at the open, this is a 4-minute chart again. Um, what's this? I kind of get thrown off with the time because it's showing me in local time, and you guys had the in the states there was we had the time change. So before it was kind of easy because I was just it's like a 12-hour difference, but now it's a 13-hour difference. So I have to make that conversion in my head before. But anyway, so this is at the open here. I saw this candle. I wanted to get in at the break of this candle, but um I had to, I have my 5-minute rule why I don't trade in the first 5 minutes, and for a good reason, because usually those trades have worked out against me more than they have worked out in my favor. So that's why I have that rule set to not trade in the first 5 minutes. So I passed up on that trade right there, but it would have worked out this time. And so it's early in the day. Of course, there were going to be more opportunities, but still in the back of my mind for most of this month, we've been really choppy in the first in the morning sessions, and so I was still kind of passive today. Um, so I missed. Um, I would have, taken a trade in here somewhere. So if I would have taken this trade, this is a trade that I could have taken at this. My entry would have been here. More than likely, that would have ended up being a scalp. Let me see, 16 to yeah, that would end up being a scalp based off of my strategy. But I could have also got in right there, and there's some more opportunities in here. Now I did trade these with my automated trading in Sierra chart, so it took it automatically, and it would have been they were all pretty much scalps. It was a lot of scalping in here. Um, but at least if I would have taken those, a scalp is better than a loss. So that would have put me, um, they would have gave me some progression into getting funded in this account. So at this point, I felt like we had dropped, so we had dropped a lot already. So I didn't want to. I could have taken this trade, but I felt like I would have been chasing, so I didn't. I didn't take it, and you see, we kept moving down until um, I got this pullback here. I wanted a pullback. Drew the resistance here. I saw the resistance right there, and it's pretty good, strong resistance. So I took the trade here for a scalp. I ended up just watching it, and I saw when it filled me here. So, and I saw it drop down, and I saw it didn't look like it had enough energy to keep falling. So I went ahead and just took myself out of the trade, giving me a win of $70. Yeah, so you can see right here, I got $70 off of that move, and then just because of how poorly, well, I'm not going to really say that, just how because of I didn't. I feel like if I keep trading or trying to keep trading, eventually I'll fall into FOMO just because of I missed all of this here. So I'm already green, so I go ahead and take that a little, another little baby step, you know, uh, towards the goal of getting funded. Oh, finally it'd be good to finally get moved to the second step whenever we can eventually get there. Today, if I would have been a little more aggressive, I would have, that would have been a huge progress for me. Just based off the um, the automated trading in Sierra chart, I could have made like $800 today. But it is what it is. There'll be other days. Like I said, Friday, um, during this last year during this week, there was not just in Nasdaq. There was I went back and researched it, did some back testing um, over the weekend, and there was a lot of smooth trending movement in with like currencies, future currencies with the euro forex and the British pound. Those are the ones that I was looking at the most, in the yen. Um, Also, it was random. Every day wasn't a good day for all of the contracts, but for the most part, when there was a trade, it was days like this. It was movement like this. The price was trending, like we saying today for the Nasdaq. Um, so so normally days like this for this year, when the I usually struggle when the Nasdaq drops really hard like this. When we have strong bearish days, because usually before there's either a lot of the days leading up to days like this, there's usually a lot of what I've noticed. There's usually a lot of either choppiness. There's a lot of choppy days, or days where we don't get a lot of volatility, and and it's really slow. And then all of a sudden we have a day where we have a lot of strong sell-off. So that's something I gotta try to keep in the back of my mind, and try to moving forward. Try to find out, see how I can. I just got to be more aggressive. There's no reason for me not to be aggressive with how I have my strategy. Um, how I've developed my strategy over the year. Um, if I'm gonna lose a trade, so I got to get comfortable with losing on trades as long as I trade the plan according to how I've developed my strategy. So um, that's how my day went for today. Small progress, but it is progress. So that's a good thing. Go ahead and leave your comments and questions, and whatever opinion or advice that you have below in the comment section. And if you like the video, go ahead and like it and hit that subscribe button, and I will see y'all tomorrow.